All right, we're live. Hello, everyone. Welcome to another edition of the Get Growing weekly work session with GetOiling. I'm Coach Ashley, joined today by founder Greg Kilwine and our team, Kim and Colin and Jessica. Let's Brady Bunch view this so they can actually see you waving. Hi.
Hey,
So
everybody.
happy to have everybody here today. It's great seeing those trees lit up behind you guys. Yeah, so who here, let's have a little bit of social hour here for a second. Who here, maybe just with a quick show of hands, who got a lot of snow? Who got dumped on? So as many of you guys know, and you've probably seen in our previous videos, I joke on how most of our team lives in the tundra. And I was saying those things as a native Alabamian at the time living in New York City, where, you know, just lots of snow doesn't really happen, even though it's pretty far north. Well, I moved up to the Catskills a few months back, and we just got more snow than I think anybody in this whole blizzard situation. It's like 1.5 feet. So the joke's on me now. We're excited to see everybody here. Today, we're going to be talking about some resources for you to share with your team. First, we're going to talk about literal resource sharing from inside of your GetOiling system. There's two primary ways to share things with your team so that they don't have to learn all the things that you did. You can kind of give them a shortcut, if you will, and even more importantly, for duplication's sake, because when we duplicate, right, we're cloning something, for you to actually clone the resource that you use for them to use so that you are truly duplicating action to duplicate result. So there's two things we're going to talk about. One is our leg builder links, which how many of you guys have used the leg builder links before with your builders or even for yourself to be able to utilize our themes on our site? Couple, okay. And then we also have this really awesome thing called resource sharing in our system where you can take just about anything that you make and use in your GetOiling site to incredible degrees of complexity and bundle them up into a happy little package and give them to your people to use. And also, super excited. One of our content partners we have done another collaboration with to get you guys something that is intended to help you nurture leads towards signing up with Young Living. It is a done for you resource, bundled up all happy and wonderful that you will be able to get access to. We're going to talk about how that can work for you after we talk about these resources in our system first. So I guess just some housekeeping first, because we're not doing slides today. Welcome. We love you. Thank you for being here. We do this every Thursday at noon Eastern when it's not a holiday here in the US. There are several of those coming up that I believe are on Thursdays. We will very likely be doing some kind of recording for those, so just beware for that. This is open to anyone who is looking to build a business with Young Living. This is not just folks who are part of our system. You obviously learn about us and decide whether or not you would like to work with us and use our systems and our software to help you grow. But this is really open season. We're here to truly give and love on you guys and to help you build the business that you really want with Young Living. That is what we're out to do. So bring your questions here. If you came here today looking for help specifically, by all means, please go ahead and add your questions in the Q&A. After we're done with our training today, we will have, I think, one or two, I believe 2 website reviews today. So yeah, we got 2 website reviews today. Excellent. So I guess first, Greg, do you want me to share, or are you able to share maybe an account for leg builder links?
Yeah, I've got an account I can share. You might
Excellent.
have to make me co-host, but definitely can take that on here if you want.
For sure. So you guys, just to kind of give everyone an idea of what leg builder links are, basically where these started was creating a way for you to take our built-in themes that actually gain curiosity and help people to, ask more buying questions about Young Living for different theme-specific, product line-specific things like skincare or makeup or pets or babies. It allows you to either create unique links that maximize your use of those themes for sharing, using us as a sharing tool. But then it also allows you to, for your builders, maybe they're just getting started and they really need something to kind of get people interested and explain some things for them before they feel confident doing this. You can create links for your builders in our system that will, once somebody wants to buy or learn more about a Young Living product, point off to the Young Living website, where if somebody signs up, they're going to be signing up with your builder's link. How cool is that? How many of you guys know about this, and or maybe didn't? How many of you didn't maybe know about this and you're like, oh my God, what have I been doing, right? I've got a really easy, quick way to help my team start sharing and to make things simple. So let's take a quick look at what that looks like and how we can create leg builder links in the system.
Sounds good. All right, see my screen?
Yes.
Cool. Yeah, so leg builder links, they're here. Scroll down on the left a ways. They're under this leg builder section in the menu, and there's a leg builder links down here. This account doesn't have any in there, so I'll create one. There's some explanation down here with, touches on, I think, some of what Ashley was saying earlier, if you're not, if you want a refresher when you're in there. But go ahead and click create link. And here it's super simple. You can fill out, I think there's really only a few required fields here, the bottom 4. Otherwise, you can use them, fill out the enroller name, member number, sponsor name, sponsor member number if you want to. You don't have to actually put in another member number in there. It will just default to yours. So if you'd like a special link to one of the built-in website themes that's for you, you can do that too, just by leaving the member numbers blank. So, I mean, you could put me in there or whatever if you wanted to, but so I'll just put in a fictitious number here. Hopefully anyway, that's fictitious, but so I'll just do like a 1, 2, 3, 4. And the link path you can see here now. So this is the person's.
Hey, Greg,
yeah.
We are just seeing the dashboard here. It might be the wrong screen.
Let's stop and restart here. That better? Is it back?
I don't see anything now.
Oh no. Technical problems, gotta love it. Oh, this is black screen. All right. Let me stop again. So let me move this. Maybe I jiggle a few things around and try one more time here.
We can try it on my end if there's an issue. Yeah, it's still black.
Oh no. All right.
Okay.
Well, why don't you take it over and go from there?
Yeah. I'm logged into Jane's account, so we should be. Actually, let me make sure I am logged into Jane's account before I do this. Okay. Yeah. Here, just a second. All right. Sorry about that, you guys. Here we go. All right, so we're gonna log into Jane's dashboard, and here we go. Is this a good sort of screen resolution? Are we good here?
I think that works.
Okay, excellent. So, and I can actually zoom in a bit for you guys too. Okay, so this is Jane's dashboard. We're looking for our leg builder links, which is over here on the leg builder menu. Settings is where you go to make sure that you are, and this, Greg, would this direct anywhere on the site or?
Yeah, so the purpose of the settings link at the top there, by default, like your member number that you put in when you first sign up for GetOiling, that's what shows up on the built-in website theme. So you don't have to fill this out. This is if you want your main website to have a different member number on either sponsor or enroller. So like if you got a leg you're trying to build and you can just, it basically changes your default. So that's what you would do for here. So it's not really a special link, but it just kind of changes your default, but still allows you to keep your member number in your account.
Excellent. So that's more strategically. So if you are focusing on a specific leg, then you can continue using your site without having to think about, well, what is the, where is it that I'm trying to place? And this sets up your placement automatically. That's kind of cool. A little bit advanced, but pretty cool. So you can actually see, you guys, a whole explainer here about leg builder links when you go to the page that says leg builder links right here. Also, I'm pretty sure if you look in here for leg builder.
It's actually right there.
Yeah, there you go. You'll also see some articles on this as well. So don't just rely on what we're telling you here in the video. There are resources that you can consult about this both on the page and use this little guy right here that's waving at you. It's super helpful. So we're create a link. So the enroller name, this would be one of your members, right? So my member, going to give their name. You paste their enroller number in here. And then of course the sponsor name, sponsor number. This is typically going to be pretty straightforward when you know who's going to be enrolling, who's going to be sponsoring, but you can do this strategically. Again, like if it's for your own sharing purposes, or if you just want to make something for someone on your team, which is what we're talking about today. So, okay, so what we're doing is you can create a special link here. So let's just say, this is yoururl.com/for/ this member's name, right? So it'll have their name. So they have a short link, which is great, easy for them to remember. So yourwebsite.com/for/ their name. You can pick the country, pretty cool. And then you can pick the website theme. Now, where do we go if we want to actually preview what the website themes look like, Greg?
That you can, you have to save it and then view the link.
Oh, got you. Okay, so you would make it.
And then there should be a link if you maybe scroll. Oh, there's the view. Yep.
Oh, is it down here? Is there?
Nope. If you click view now, it'll show you the website theme. So you can actually just preview it and maybe, toggle back and forth, whatever, if you want to change it.
Got you. Okay. Yeah. So so now they would have this. Of course, if you're branding your site to you, then, they will be borrowing a page from your site. But it's still going to be able to help, do some of the explaining, the informing. If you want to use Leg Builder links as a strategy with your team, you could brand your site to your team if you wanted, or you could, in the My Story and Photo section, have multiple pictures of both you and your team. We've seen a lot of folks do this, right? Like where they've highlighted, different leaders on the team and shared their contact information and kind of made this section about the team, or at least the folks who are going to be co-sharing with the Leg Builder links. One thing I will say about Leg Builder links is that it's a great way to get someone what they need right now to get started, but it should be considered a bridge to the next step and not a permanent solution for your member to be sharing. Once they actually are serious about sharing and growing a business, of course, they need to use your link, your referral link to GetOiling, so that they can get started with their own plan. Of course, with plans starting as low as $7 a month US, it's pretty easy for someone who, even if they are just dipping their toes in the water, to get started and get these resources for themselves. And those themes that start at $7 a month, they're going to have all of these amazing different themes that we have access to. We can find sort of quick links to what our theme pages are on the FAQ page, right?
Yep, getoiling.com/FAQ, or just getoiling.com and click on FAQ, either one works.
Yeah, right up here.
But yeah, scroll down a little bit, it'll be on the left. Sample sites.
There we go.
There's the list of them.
And so for all these different markets, if you want to preview what these could look like, then you could come over here and decide, pick your country, pick the website theme. Now for the landing page, you can put a landing page in front of it. That's definitely possible. You would want to make sure that your landing pages are set up strategically for this kind of co-sharing purpose. You want to use like our new prospects theme or something like that, but they would be receiving an email from you. So that's something that you would want to keep in mind if you're doing it that way. I really like the idea of using these Leg Builder links so that you're able to bring people over. This is actually quite large. Bring people over to, use this as a tool when they're doing this in a live setting. Don't ever just send somebody off to a link, or teach your people that it's okay to just tell them to email or text or whatever somebody a link and just assume they'll do something with it. That's not typically how these things work. So awesome. So yeah, that's Leg Builder links. Do we have any questions about these before we start talking about our resource sharing?
So a couple other, I guess, quick comments while we wait for questions here. So if you do get a lead, if you put a landing page on there and you do get a lead, or somebody clicks contact me, it does come from you. It does go into your contact manager, but the lead notification does identify that it came from a Leg Builder link, and it says the name of the Leg Builder link so that you can know to track it back and maybe hand off that lead to the person, because they don't actually, that person doesn't actually get like a login to your contact manager. Obviously they can't see it. That's where it's like getting their own system is good. but this is a nice, like you said, Ashley, a bridge here. The other note is that in the country list, there's a very large list that's well beyond the number of themes that we have. If you choose a country that doesn't have a built-in theme directly that, you know, expands on the products, then it uses the built-in global theme, which is somewhere on this list on the bottom. It's more about Young Living unless there's no product information in there, but it does pass along the country number. So every now and then we get a question like, hey, I've got somebody in, let's pick a country, you know, maybe not Afghanistan, but you know, a country that is lesser used or a brand new market or something. It should be in that list. And then it will actually pass that along to the sign up page saying, hey, they're in Bouvet Island or whatever it is you've got highlighted there. So, so that does work too. So it does support the full list of countries. It just uses the global theme.
Awesome. That's really powerful. I actually didn't realize that. I learned something today. When you have your team member sharing their link, if you're using a landing page, you'll know that it's their lead. So that's really, really cool. Keeps the integrity of the lead generation there. All right. So do we have any questions about Leg Builder links before we move on to resources?
Yeah, looking over in Q&A here. Let's see here. When they get their own account with GetOiling, will the link follow them? No, it doesn't really follow them because it's on your website. So it really doesn't, yeah, it doesn't follow them. They can set up obviously their new site and tell people to go over there, but that would be about it. If you get any continued leads on that, then obviously you could forward those on. Next question here. Could you put a different venture into a Leg Builder link of something else that you dabble in other than oils in order to keep them separate but still on your GetOiling website? The Leg Builder links are just for the built-in themes, so those are always going to be Young Living. It sounds like you want to, in your case, maybe you want to create a custom page that has a special URL that's maybe not on your menu. You could do it that way, but it wouldn't be a Leg Builder link specifically. All right, another one here. For Leg Builder website themes, can you customize that page for images for your builder? Not right now. The only, you know, you have the same customizations that you have for your main site. If you've got your own, if you have a custom homepage, then, you know, feel free to customize it more. We have seen some people do, they'll put their whole team in their story, which then only shows up on their website. So then they'll have, you know, 5 or 6 builders or however many builders they have listed out there along with sign up links for each. So you can sort of include that, but there isn't like, oh, this Leg Builder link is for that. It won't have their photo on there. Now you can make a custom page. I mean, that's an option. Make a custom page for each builder if you want to do that, and then link off to their Leg Builder link. That's a possibility to kind of achieve that same thing if you would like. Allison asks, is that link connected to the dashboard or do I need to type in FAQ? Oh, assuming you're talking about going to that list of demo sites, you do have to open up a new tab and just go to getoiling.com and click on FAQ at the top. It isn't connected to the dashboard at all. Let's see here. Question about landing pages. Okay, can you share or create a landing page to a Leg Builder and then have their prospect still get the lead magnet attached to said landing page? Yes, that's how it works. So if you've got a freebie or something, it'll totally do that. It'll give it to them, but it'll be coming from you. And if they reply, it'll come to you. So you kind of have to keep that in mind when there's replies. And yeah, might be a good incentive for the other person to get their own site. Let's see. I see in the Leg Builder settings, you can create a site from here or go to Leg Builder links. I went into settings without changing my main site. The benefit to doing one or the other. Okay, I think we touched on that maybe at the beginning, but like the Leg Builder settings is for changing your default member number throughout your site versus the Leg Builder links. The member number is only changed on those specific links. It doesn't change it for your site. So hopefully that answers your question there. For those landing pages connected to a Leg Builder, how do you ensure it follows or states in our contact manager that it's attached to that Leg Builder? It does show up in the email. I'm pretty sure, it's been a while since I've looked at this. I'm pretty sure it also puts that in the notes. But if not, it is for sure in the lead notification that is sent to you as well when you get that email saying that there's been somebody who registered on your site or hit contact me or whatever. I have a member who sort of kind of builds and love to create her site with the kids theme since she has little kids. Oh, perfect. Yeah, you can choose the theme, choose the kids theme and give her that link. Yeah, that's one of the advantages there. You can choose kids and update it, and then you can have your main site be something totally different. The sort of kind of builder. Perfect. That's awesome. Let's see. If you create a customized page for your leg builder and connect it to a leg builder theme page and then keep that all off your personal site, but share that custom page URL and it will have a link to their leg builder link. Yes. So the idea would be you create a custom page that, maybe has a picture or their story or whatever you want to put on there. And then, it's like learn more about products or however you want to do it that links over to the leg builder link. Then yeah, that would totally work. It would be hidden off your menu. Nobody would even know it's there. Would be awesome because you could just hide it and give out the URL when you want to.
It's like a team directory almost. That's cool. Yeah.
You could, yeah.
Cool. Okay. There was a quick question, just as, as to what a landing page is and what this would mean here. So basically what this is you get to choose between these landing pages. You get to make them. We do have some that are kind of made for you already that are connected to different themes. And basically all this means is that the first time somebody lands, so you give this link to your builder, they share it with someone. That someone, the first time they arrive at the site, will receive a screen that will require them to enter their name and email address in order to proceed to the next page, which is the actual page, the built-in theme like this one that we've been kind of scrolling through here. You have the option to use this or not. You can customize what this is. If you want to give your team sort of like a freebie funnel, if you will, where on the landing page you've customized like, get our 5-part training on how we, whatever, have it be an email challenge, what have you, you can make a landing page for that. And that's right over here in context settings, landing pages. And then whatever you offer, you would just attach to the campaign that's on that page. So if we use this, Are You Crunchy one from Go for Gold, what you would do is in the page settings, you would connect it to whatever the campaign is that gives away whatever, and then of course anybody who opts in on the leg builder link will be tagged in your system as that person's lead. You'll be able to see that, and they'll be receiving the email campaign from you, but they'd be getting all of that benefit that you designed if you wanted to take it to that level of complication. So these are the landing pages here. If you wanted to make one or use one that's already made, you'll see that there are pre-made landing pages here, and then there are blank ones that you can use as templates. And so these landing pages are the ones that would attach to different parts of your site. So like onto your themes, like the leg builder link style, where you see pop-up boxes and things like that, those are custom pages, and those are not connected to what we're talking about here. So that's kind of the difference. You can have a lead form on a custom page, and a custom page could literally be anything on your website, but a landing page is literally just this thing that can be kind of modularly used in different parts of the site. All right, good questions, you guys. Quick, Ilka, new to GetOiling, welcome, hi, came 5 minutes late. Do we teach how to find business builders, especially in other countries? So if you look through, go to youtube.com/GetOiling. We've got like 1,000+ hours of training, and a lot of that definitely does touch on, on how to find people. We generally tend to produce content that's helping you to use our system to find people. So things like content creation and putting yourself out there, offering things of value, that sort of thing. So stay tuned and definitely dig into some of this other stuff that we have on offer on our channel. All right, so let's talk about resource sharing. How many of you guys are using resources in your, I can't even see the content, I'm sharing my screen like this. I love this feature so very much. This is on the newer side for us. I have a lot of these here because I do use Jane as sort of a template for importing into clients' accounts. But what you have the ability to do here is literally copy whatever you want from your site to give to your people. So this is going to be for my people, and you can add, literally, you give them their first blog post to use as a template, give them campaigns so that they can use what you use. So the idea here is you get people started, have a leg builder link that you've made for them, however simple or complicated you want to make it, get them excited about using that to share. And then once they're serious building a business, have them get their GetOiling account and give them the stuff that you have that works. Right? Take your landing page, your saved reply, your your vault with the challenge in it in the class, your campaign, your blog post, give them things to start with so that this is all easier for them to get started. So they're literally using some of the same tools that you are. Greg, some really cool changes have been made to this. For those of you who have been using resource sharing bundles, what should we be looking for now when we claim a bundle or when we are creating bundles for others to use?
Mhm. Yeah, so a couple changes. The most obvious one is down in the lower right. It says claimed bundles. There's a button down there now that shows you any bundles that you have claimed. Previously, you'd have to go hunt that down and like, where did I get that link from again? Oh yeah, it was over here. So now it just shows up again for you to look at if you want to page through that. And you can even search through them if you don't remember what it was. And it does sort it by the first claim date right now, which is that claimed on column. So the most recent ones appear at the top. If you reclaim another one, it currently doesn't pop it to the top of the list, but you can definitely find it there. So yeah, and that takes you back to the original page as well, that you can
Oh,
reclaim it if you want to. Obviously, don't really recommend it if you already have it in there because it will duplicate it. But if you've had to delete it for some reason, something messed up or whatever, you can totally do that. Now here on the bottom, this is another new change. Like when you're claiming a resource bundle, it has this list of what it includes. Previously, if you would click, if you just click claim, it's going to import them all. But now there's a little checkbox next to each one of those. So what that means is you can uncheck the ones you don't want. Let's say you messed one up. You're like, oh man, I really messed up my landing page or campaign or whatever. You can just import that one item out of the sharing bundle. So it's a nice way to kind of keep down or reduce the duplication that people were seeing before. They would see like, oops, I accidentally duplicated. I needed a copy in a new campaign, but it duplicated the 8 other things that were in there. So this just lets you pick and choose what you want out of there. And oftentimes the resource bundles will have, especially if you're using a service like Grow Workspace, they'll have other countries. And this maybe lets you pick and choose kind of the messaging that you want out of there. So that's a nice improvement there as well. So those are, I guess, the 2 major changes recently that you can pick and choose now. And then, you can see what you've claimed as well, which is really awesome.
and then also, if you find that, let's just say, for instance, you've been really busy making a lot of classes, and maybe you didn't realize that you had maxed out classes on your plan, and something weird happens, or you don't know how you didn't like import the class that was in this bundle, it's going to notify you, right? If you've sort of reached a limit on something.
Yeah, that's a good point too. I think previously it would just pop up a little generic error box saying something went wrong, please contact support. But now, and usually what that meant was you were over your limit. And so now once you've claimed a bundle, it'll pop up a box saying the following items have been claimed. And the following, if there is some sort of error, like these were not. So then you can go like rectify that somehow, whether it's, decide if you want it. If you do want it, it's like, there are ways to upgrade plans, like add on some components. You can contact support, like if you need more classes or if you need more pages or whatever, so you can go past the limit that's with your plan. Contact support, whatever, and then come back here and then just make sure the only box that you're checking is the one that didn't get imported, and then you can claim it and it'll just pull on that one piece instead of duplicating everything else. So that's a nice improvement. And then as well as the other change that we can't see here, but once you claim a bundle, it does pop up a window where it has links to everything that was claimed. So yeah, hopefully so there it is. So now if you click on that, it'll actually take you to the resource in your own account. This is what was actually copied into your account. And so this will let you edit the campaign. It's of course a different steps if you want to send the campaign, but usually the first thing you want to do once you've claimed it is go through there and look at it, make sure it's the right wording and everything that you want. Before you start sending it out. Because yeah, there's a Grow Workspace bundle, so it's got all sorts of content there that you have to replace. So it does make it a lot easier to find it. Previously, you could go to the menu, under contact settings, campaigns to find the campaign, but then you have to go find it. Now, if you flip back over to the other tab, there is that link there next to every bundle or every resource in the bundle. If there was more than one, if she had claimed more than one there, then that would show up. There's a list, and then you can just click on each one in series to pull that up. So that'll be, I think, streamline the location of all of, locating all these things, which has been kind of a headache in the past. So hopefully this
Yeah.
makes it a little bit easier.
So we got some really good questions that just came in, and I think you pronounce your name Shelley, and I'm really sorry if I'm saying your name wrong. So there's a question here. Do you have to copy a bundle before you actually send them out, or can you use the bundles as they are created? So when you, yeah, so let's just say that there's a landing page that you love that you use. You want to be able to give it to your team, but maybe a month later, yeah, and you've got a resource sharing link that's like in your vault for your team or something. A month later, you want to make an update to your landing page. But maybe that's unique to you and not to what you're sharing with your team. That's a case where you should duplicate that and call it a team template or something like that, and give that to them with instructions to replicate it. But I mean, if it's something that you would be providing sort of updated edits to in real time, then use the one that you use. Just make sure that I think if you delete it or something, it's gone and your people can't claim it anymore, right?
Yeah, that is correct. So like, going back to the list of claimed bundles, if you disable the bundle or you delete it, it disappears from everybody's list. It doesn't show up in their claim list anymore.
Okay. Okay. So let's see. So that was first question from Sheila. The next, how do you delete a duplicated copy bundle? So you'd actually have to go to the different resources that were in the bundle and then delete those individually, right?
Correct. Yep.
Okay. Are these trainings linked in the help topics? So our weekly work session trainings in some cases are where it is directly specific to something that you need to know or learn. However, we have much more abbreviated get your answer right now options right here in the help center. So definitely have this be where you go first. If you want some more in-depth, and look up these different types of terms and stuff on our YouTube channel, and you'll get greater depth there. As well as in this help section, you'll see, if you look at the 90-day challenge that we did a couple years ago, it goes over a lot of our platform features. You'll see sort of a table of contents, and you can peruse through those and see where you would want to spend time training. Sheila has another question here. This might be a bit off topic. I've copied some campaigns, but accidentally created 2 copies of the same campaign. Is there a way to delete a copied campaign once it's been copied? Yes. So let's go delete a duplicate campaign real quick. I'll show you how this works. This does happen a lot, especially if you're claiming resource bundles from our amazing friends at Grow. So let's just say, I'm going to put in, because we're going to be talking about this in just a minute. You guys have been looking at it. The secret's out. 28 to Elevate is now a resource you can get from Grow Workspace as a whole thing. So here we go. So there's live welcome. So I've got 2 of these. So one of these, so here's one thing that's important. If you've duplicated something, you don't want to delete a campaign that someone is on right now, especially if you've got multiple messages. Now you've got one contact here, there's one message, they've probably received the message already, but you want to delete the one that no one is using first. That way you're not potentially leaving them without the additional messages you intended to send. So all you have to do is click on the link to the actual resource, in this case, the campaign, edit campaign details, and look for this big red button to delete the campaign. It'll ask you if you're sure, and then you say yes. And that's how you delete the campaign. Okay, great questions, and thank you. And thank you for your patience with my pronunciation. Oops, I did not mean to. Dana, where did your question go? No, what did I do? Okay. Oh no, I did answer that. Okay. Sorry, you guys. All right, so let's talk about our new announcement, right? Because that's everything for resource bundles, right? Basically. Is there anything else,
I think
Greg?
so. That was I think that was it.
Okay, so actually let's go to settings. So how many of you guys, quick show of hands, how many of you guys know and love Grow Workspace? We love our friends at Grow Workspace. Oh, look at all those hands. Hey guys. Okay, so let's talk about this. So our friends over at Grow Workspace, who are leaders in Young Living, who have been duplicating their resources, first for their team and now for you guys with Grow Workspace, using what they actually use for just exactly what we're talking about today. they have this thing called 28 to Elevate. How many of you guys have been through 28 to Elevate before? It's really easy to use, easy to follow, comprehensive, lead facing. This is not a, here's all the information about Young Living. This is something you can invite your neighbor across the street, your chiropractor, the person in line at the grocery store, leads who don't know about Young Living yet, into this experience so that they can get a great benefit from you and working with you through this process, so that they are set up to be a great lead for a conversation about next steps with Young Living. Now, when this was created initially, people had to get a Grow Workspace account to be able to use it. This has now been made into a resource that you can plop right into your GetOiling account with a couple of clicks with those resource sharing bundles like we just showed you. You find this, you go into your workspace and you look for, I want to say it's member education stuff, right, in your market, and you click on that and there is a resource bundle that will get you this entire experience yourself on your own site, in a vault with a class. You have the option for automated or evergreen. So let's talk about what this looks like. So we've got kind of a sales page here. You can see Jane has her site branded. So we know that Jane is offering this. This could be you. All right, so it's time to take control of your health and wellness. There is a 28-day transformation challenge that talks about what's included. Guys, get this and read it and like feel sold on this, because you get to have your people feel that way about you offering this to them. This is so exciting. So it's 3 weeks, and then the 4th week you go through a 5-day clean eating cleanse, and all of the information is in here. There's a workbook, everything is here. If you're platinum with Grow Workspace and you've got GetOiling, you can get this in your account today. With the new year coming up, you can start promoting this, and this can be a thing that you kick off for leads. 28 to Elevate being a program that you run for free to build value, to get people excited, and everything is in here. So you have the ability with this resource to let people get started and go through this anytime. If you wanted this to be truly automated, there are full options. There is a complete workbook, a guide step-by-step with little red arrows and circles and pointing to this and that. Here's how you get this thing done. Like you like us to do, because it is showing you how to do this stuff in our system. So you can set that up for evergreen. You also have the ability to schedule this so that people can opt themselves in to be on this live call. It's got frequently asked questions about this that you will be able to edit to your liking or keep as is, because it's expertly done. And then of course, once somebody decides, hey, yeah, I want to save my seat for this. That's the wrong landing page. Sorry, I don't have this whole thing connected. So let's show them where they go. I'm going to show you where they go when they say, yes, I want to do this live. So this is going to be 28 to Elevate Live. Here's your page. People are going to opt themselves in for this date, and then they're going to be able to get into your vault where they have the class. Let's see what this looks like. This is so exciting. 28 to Elevate, we're gonna open this. All right, so there's a start here page where they are going to be able to download a workbook that they'll use. This is ready to go in your account. And guys, if you're Grow Workspace affiliates, then you're gonna be able to, if I could get back to that, you're gonna be able to add your affiliate link here that goes to the workbook. That's something that they're working on getting in place for you guys. So if you are actually actively referring your members to Grow Workspace, that is something you can do there. Shows them where to go, what to do, pretty exciting. And then of course they've got lessons. So let's look at what this looks like. Guys, this is all done for you. All done for you, so exciting. So it's got the full 28 days. It gives them instructions each day. It tells them what to do in their workbook each day. Sometimes there's recordings from videos or podcasts, like it's this whole thing. And then you can have discussion on these as well, where people actually participate here. This is so exciting. How many of you guys are excited about being able to offer a program that's pre-made, that's been expertly done, expertly run, made beautiful, branded to you on your site? You guys are excited. I see these hands. I can't see the chat, but boy, I see the hands. So, so make sure you get over to Grow Workspace if you're not platinum with them yet. It's so worth it, you guys. Like, they're literally leaders in Young Living. giving you the things that they use and that they give to their team. You get to have that. The stuff's already made for you. And in this case, it's made to plug into our site so that you're able to, with just a couple of clicks, have everything that you want and have this become a thing that you can give to your leads so that they can become future members with you. So I guess let's maybe get into some questions around this before we get into website reviews. We were particularly excited. We talked about their Grow Like a Boss bootcamp last week that's specifically for your members who are sharing, right? They're for your sharers. This is for anybody and just such a great way for you to set people up for exposure, for engagement. There are campaigns that are attached to this that actually drip on them, whether it's automated or live, that will have them reaching out to you and sharing what their experience is with this, asking you for help so that you can show them what products to use, right? So awesome. All right, so I'm going to kind of clean up the Q&A here because this is kind of messy. Do we have any questions? Do you see any coming through specifically around, like if you guys have questions about the Grow Bundle, we can definitely get through those. Otherwise, I guess we're just going to kind of go through some Q&A before we head over to the
Yeah, there's a few
reviews.
questions here that I'm seeing. So Allison asks about what does evergreen mean? Did you touch on that at all?
Yeah. So what evergreen means, it's like the tree, right? So evergreen trees are always green. So an evergreen offer is always good. So if you have a holiday challenge, it's only good during that holiday, right? You can only do that again on the next holiday. An evergreen challenge, somebody could start tomorrow and it would be the same as if they started in April. It would be the same as if they started in October or July. So that's the difference. Evergreen is always. And so the evergreen option allows you to always have a resource that you can hand off. Guys, this is, if there ever was an extraordinary like lead magnet for you to give away to get great leads, this is it. Oh my God, this is such a good one, especially if like if you're really wellness focused and you want to get people excited and engaged. This is really good for that. But yeah, evergreen means anytime, always good. I did see there's a question here about whether it's available in Spanish. Grow Workspace is working to duplicate this for the Canadian market and for Spanish language. And I believe it's going to be after the first of the year when those are ready, I think is what Christy said the other day. Let's see, Sheila, yes, when you download 28 to Elevate the bundle from Grow Workspace, it'll automatically set up the vault and everything, and then you'll use the guide and the video in your workspace, the training that Chrissy and Claire and the team did, to make sure that you have it personalized to you, edit it where it needs to be edited, all that kind of good stuff. The guide that we made really shows you step by step. Here is how you set it up for Evergreen. Here's how you set it up for Live. This is kind of the checklist that you need to go through, all of the different parts you need to make sure you edit and so on. So that's all there for you. It's going to be on the 28 to Elevate page in your workspace. All right, can we take this challenge before launching it ourselves to kind of test out the system? You should. You should absolutely do that. And you can do that in your workspace because this is set up as a thing that you could go through inside of Grow Workspace itself. It's just you can give this experience to people who are not also Grow Workspace members now if you are platinum with them and import this into your system with GetOiling. Besides claiming the bundle, what else do I have to do? There's a list of exactly what to do with this, the steps that you follow, depending on what options you choose. It's not really like comprehensive. It's not a huge thing. Like it's mostly totally done for you. There's a few tweaks that you're going to want to make, and we walk you through everything in the guide. The vault is pre-created. It's already done. Linda, already done for you. Is this part of GetOiling or Grow? Is there extra charge for this? So this is not a part of GetOiling per se. This is a collaboration. It is a Grow Workspace. It's part of the Grow Workspace product, right? So just like with Grow Workspace, or if you use Wild Customer Delight or Modern Companion, or really anyone who has content that can be shared, distributed, or experienced through our platform, they sell their product or subscription to you. that you can then use in our system. And this is an example of that with Grow Workspace. Up to this point, you've got campaigns, you've got, for text or email, newsletters, things like that from Grow Workspace, Sway files that you can use on our platform, emails with Sways embedded. We've just taken things a step further these last few weeks and added full-on automated Vault experiences for you. Last week, we talked about the Grow Like a Boss Bootcamp. And then, of course, this week, we're talking about the lead-facing 28 to Elevate. All right, so you can set both of them up. You could choose to do one or the other. We go over those options in the workbook. All right, looks like it would fit in a Go for Gold specialty group. Can they be locked out of other challenges in the Vault? So if someone's in a Vault, they have access to the Vault. If you don't want people to see other Vault options in your member area, that's a setting that you can choose on that individual Vault. Right under the name, there's a checkbox that says allow others to see and enter this Vault. And if that's unchecked, nobody's going to see it unless they have permission. But if somebody's in a Vault, you're not really hiding anything from them unless you hide a specific page or something. All right, if the Grow bundle has videos in the class, will they work if we don't have video hosting? Yes, they're hosted elsewhere. Everything that's in there, you don't have to change any of it. It's already there, it's good to go. Let's see, can you share these resources with leg builders only in a Vault? Is this an option to share with them to connect to buttons on custom pages that are unique? Okay, so this is a leg builder question. So you can't share Grow Workspace. Like if you purchase a bundle or resource from a content provider, they are going to spell out what their terms are. And I know that you're not supposed to share your resources that you purchase from Grow Workspace with your builders. They have to have their own Grow Workspace account. There may be other instances or other content providers who have different rules, but that's generally going to be the case. Something that you make, that you create, that you use. You can choose to have the link to the resource sharing only inside of a Vault. Yes. So if you only want certain people to have access to a resource bundle, they have to be able to be in a Vault that you've given them permission or that they've purchased access to get it. This is how Wild Customer Delight, Amanda Erickson, she has a Vault on our system where she places her resource sharing, her bundle content for you guys who have her content to take advantage of. Okay, Spanish would be included. Grow Workspace has Spanish content and they're rapidly working to expand and duplicate all of their resources into Spanish. Definitely check with them. The workbook is going to be on the same page in your workspace, your Grow Workspace where the 28 to Elevate is. This is amazing. Can we use both options so we can do it live every quarter and they can go through it on their own anytime they want? Lynette, that's exactly why it's set up the way that it is. Yes. So you can have, every time you finish one up, you just swap out the dates in a couple of places. We show you where to do it in the workbook guide that we've included. And then, yeah, you can just run this all the time. Yep. It's so cool. All right, is there going to be another sale on Grow Workspace before the end of the year? No clue. No clue. They may not. I don't know. You might get in touch with them, but I promise you it's whatever price you pay is worth it to have somebody else handle this stuff for you in terms of making content if it's not your zone of genius. And their stuff is really good. All of our content providers are amazing. And all of them are worth trying to see if it's a fit for you. Keep what you like the most. All right. Let's see. Best way to delete bundles claimed. So it really just depends on the resource. You're going to want to just search for the thing. Maybe look at the bundles that you have claimed. Go to those bundle pages, ascertain which assets they've given you, which resources they've given you, and then go locate those in your account and remove those. Another thing is when you're getting something from a content provider that is time sensitive, that's maybe just for October or whatever, just make a monthly reminder for yourself, maybe add a reminder to your contact for the first of the month to go through and delete campaigns or whatever that are only pertinent to that month. If it's like a PV promo, for instance, because October next year is not going to be the same PV promo. All right, let's see, that was answered. if this has its own vault, we must make sure we have enough vaults in our plan. How do we get an extra vault? So Dana, it will alert you if you are, if you don't have capacity. So if you try to claim something, it will indicate that there is, you know, a shortage of something on your account. So the thing is, you can obviously upgrade at any time. But if you don't need the full capacity to upgrade and you just want to add an extra vault or class here or there, we have a way to accommodate that. Just reach out to us, reach out to support. All right. If next Thursday is Christmas Eve, which I believe that it is, yes, we will not be live on Christmas Eve unless you guys are going to be like, we got a whole family thing here. We're not going to be live here for Christmas, but look for a recorded training. And of course, we're excited to make that for you. If you've got any special requests, feel free to send them in. All right. Are we going to be able to organize, are we able to organize campaigns or resources in folders? Not currently. We have a search feature, but I like the folder idea. I second that for a wish list.
That's a cool idea.
Yeah, I like that because we do, like, if we could have like all the Grow workspace in one folder and all the, because it gets to be a lot. Okay, great. Questions just keep rolling in. Yes, Linda, we did too, and I hear you. Okay, so great questions today, you guys. Make sure, go to Grow Workspace. If you go to getoiling.com/grow, that is our link. I don't remember what it does specifically, but you just go there. And if you are premium, I believe there's a trial for it. You can test it out, see if you love it. And they're just wonderful. We love all of our content providers very much. Okay, so I'm going to pause Q&A for a second here to honor those two who came here today to get website reviews so we can make sure we get this in. Let me see really quick here for today. We have Arlene and Krista. All right, I'm going to lower our hands. Arlene and Krista, if you're here, please, I'll take the first of you who raises your hand. Krista, sorry, let's talk. Hi.
Hello, can you hear me?
I can.
Hi.
All right, tell me a little bit about the feedback you're looking for on your site.
Just some overall feedback of kind of looking through any pointers. I will say I just updated my title because I was reading a book, and so I don't know if that's been all the way cleared because it was really just here in the last couple hours, but it seems to just fit better in terms of what I'm going to be doing.
Okay, great. Oh, I like that. The family engineer.
So excellent. It was like the Healthy Home Montessori consultant, but it was too much functional, and the author is talking about basically making yourself unique and showing your differences.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. No, I like this, and I think that, and I think we've talked about this before. I think maybe in another setting, most people who will ultimately really want to work with you, who are seeking your expertise, don't yet know that it's Montessori that they need, right? Yeah. So this is really great. The family engineer, and
it ties in with my background because I was a chemical engineer, so it just kind of pulled it all together.
There we go. You are an interesting lady. Okay, so I would actually recommend for this right here, consider making this white. Do you see how much better that pops?
The words make it white?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. And yeah, it's a good size because I mean I think when we take it down to yeah, I would make it white and potentially even make it just a tiny bit bigger. But this is really good. But it really, what we want to do, because this is our greatest opportunity when someone lands here, is for them to take advantage of something that you offer so that you can get their contact info. Everything that we want them to do really needs to be drawing their eyes immediately to this opportunity for you to get their info, because then they become a lead. Right. So if somebody becomes a lead, now the ball is in your court. You can market, you can reach out, you can call, text, what have you, and begin those conversations. So I love that you have this right up here. I love that you have this exit intent pop up here. Children really do like order in their environment. Okay, grab your free guide, 3 simple ways to implement Montessori in your home. Learn how you can nurture your child's Okay. So I feel like there's a potential here to potentially, like, I don't know, integrate an image.
So there's an image on the other one, but somehow the pop-up, is there a way to do an image on the pop-up?
Yeah.
Okay.
When you're editing the landing page or the landing, I forget what it's called, but that section of the custom page, in that editor field there, you can absolutely include an image. It feels like when I read this, like children really do like order in their environment. I almost feel like there could be an image that you use here that is evocative of.
If you click on the free guide under my main menu, maybe if I can somehow get that over, that's.
Yeah. So you've got one already, is what you're saying.
I'm just going to figure out how to
This is great. I love that. Okay, so maybe what you do, I can't with that. That's hilarious. Maybe what you do here is you could go off of the page here, but yeah, you can absolutely take this same GIF and put it into your into the same field that you put the text in for that pop-up. Okay. For sure. Let's see. Either way, it's good. It's good. I like this because it's a grabbing statement. Like children like order. What are you talking about? All right. It's time to finally have the tools to nurture a child's joy with wonder and order. I might potentially move this up here as well, and also maybe consider having this. So. Okay, so if we could put, I'm going to stop my share here and just log in as you in GetOiling, just to show you a couple of suggestions without. Let me see, let me make sure I've got this right. So my thinking here is that we can, there you are, is that we can kind of create sort of an image with that initial statement up top because we want to speak something to them before we say, grab this thing I made for you. All right, here we go. Now I can share my screen here. Okay, so this is home, right? This one?
Yep.
Okay. So my suggestion would actually be to take this statement here and create a section up top here. This could be, I'm just gonna do a 1 column, no header here. Give it maybe give it a background image if you have something that would work well for this. Okay, I'm just gonna do a color for now.
Okay, does it need to be consistent with the water or not so much?
It can. I'm going to use this one right here just for the sake of it. Okay, so I'm going to take this and put it here. It would be cool to potentially have like a parallax image in the back or something like that, right? Where you have, you know, this stuff that's scrolling. But if we hit save and view, what we're doing, and we would want it to be a little bigger than this. I think you may have seen some of the website reviews we've done where there's like a nice image up here at the top and you kind of scroll down and then right here underneath, there's an opportunity to get the guide. This is really kind of the format that you want to be looking for. You know, hey, I am looking to talk to you. This is who I'm talking to here. Have that message be here first because that's what's going to make them want to do something with this here.
Okay, is it like, I have a question down a little bit below. I'm wondering if that's a little bit more grabbing because that one right there.
This one?
Yeah.
This is good. It's a little longer. Although it's not, I don't know. Hold on, let's look at that. That could work better. Let's see. Okay. Okay, so I would play around with this, maybe make some of this larger than others, kind of play around with the sizing of the font to really kind of grab attention here. But let's look at how this plays out, because this could be the thing to do. Okay, so this does kind of lead in better to this, doesn't it? How do you do this? Here's my guide, right?
Mm-hmm.
What we're really doing when someone lands on one of our pages is we are having a conversation with them. And the whole purpose of, of instituting technology in our businesses is for it to support automation of things that work without automation, right? So we are facilitating a conversation that you would be having just face-to-face, person to person, and you're allowing a tech tool to have that conversation for you. So when you think about what to put on a page like this is where you're opening the conversation. And if the next question is that something that you're interested in? Then this is what they're offering. And if they're not, they scroll past it. If they're not, if they're like, okay, well, maybe not, then they want to learn more. Well, tell me more. I don't know if I'm ready. Tell me more. Okay, well, let's talk about this stuff here.
Mm-hmm.
And let's talk about this stuff here. Well, what about you? Okay, well, here I am. This is what I'm about, right? And then you see what I mean? Like we want to grab them if they're ready right now. If what we're saying here resonates with them to the point where they're like, yes, please tell me more. I found you. I'm so happy I found you. You let them take that opportunity. Then of course, if they are maybe not quite so sure yet, it's still the same conversation you'd be having with somebody in person, right?
Mm-hmm.
So that's kind of the thinking here. In terms of the formatting of this, I would just make sure that where you have a darker background like this water, that you maybe use a lighter, brighter color for the text so that it stands out a little better. We just want to make it as easy as possible for people to interact with what they see. Another option could be to use a tool. Canva could do this for you, where you actually decrease the transparency or something like that. So it kind of lightens the image a bit if you want to use a darker font.
Okay.
Yeah, I like what you're doing. And I would play around with this part right here for sure. See if there's, see if there is some kind of a nice image in the background. What was the, what am I thinking? Don't we have a theme for this? Or you know what, that's a whole page theme that I'm thinking of, not a section theme. Okay, so let me show you real quick what we're kind of trying to mimic here. If we go to create page, this home page right here is a really excellent example where I'm just gonna save this for you as a example of top section of homepage so you can just know what this means. All right, so I'm going to save and view this. This is kind of what I'm getting at. That statement that you're sharing, how do you do this, that, and the other thing with your kid? Well, I've got a thing. Here's the thing. And then what this background is, it's a nice image, but it's parallax, which is a background page setting right here. Where if you select this, that's how you get that, where did it go? Here we go. That's how you get that effect there, which is a really nice, pretty thing. You don't have to have it that way, but what I'm getting at is that this section right here, if it could just draw their attention straight into that message and then get them to that button. This is 90% of what your homepage needs to do.
Okay.
I'm excited for you and the course that you're launching. How is that going, by the way?
It's taken some detours.
Okay. That's how things work sometimes. Cool. Well, do you have any other questions while we're still here?
Can you just scroll down to the bottom and just, so I also put like what I'm offering and then I put a review down there too, if that's okay.
Right here?
I mean, just in general, like, because I did my Facebook group, the blog, like my top 12 Montessori items, and then things that I offer as well for consultation.
Got you. Okay. So what I would recommend, I bet you have more than one review. I bet you have more than one testimonial. There's a couple of different options that we have on your page that you may consider using. I'll use this as the example page here. I believe, do we have this as a template? I don't think we do. put a little thing here, and then you can insert the quote from someone who loves what I do. We actually have a paragraph setting that makes this a quote. If you wanted to do that in an email, that's not the same. But you could, format this, put a actual quotation in here. Let's pretend like this is a quote. All right. And then attribution, and you just make the whole thing italicized, right? Maybe not make it quite so big in this instance because it's quite big. Make it like a 20. And you could give it a color background. So if you have just one testimonial, this is a really great way to use it. You can absolutely, you can use Facebook screenshots, but when you have them set up this way, it allows people to interact with them without having to go all the way to the bottom of the screen. So you can actually leverage social proof a little sooner on the page. You could even have that, for instance, if it's written out, right under here. Right. So, thank you so much for helping me. Da, 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 da. I mean, that might be something that's extraordinarily effective to help your person realize that, oh, wait, this Montessori thing she's talking about, I thought I knew that it would do something, or I thought that I knew what it was, or that it wouldn't work for me. Maybe I'm going to pay attention and see what's in it for me. Right.
Okay. Yeah.
So that's how I would recommend using that. And don't forget, we do have a new feature. If you are blogging, if you wanted to add a section to automatically populate your most recent blog posts, you can pick one of these guys right here. And it'll just roll right in there for you. You can change the background to however you want it, add that, there you go, add that water there for you. So you can actually have that show up, and then I'll just make sure that all of this is nice and bright white, so it's a little more legible. So yeah, that's another thing that you could do there too.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, absolutely. Here, I'm going to go back and change your page to the way that it was, so that we don't have this big thing up on the top. But that is, along the lines of what my main recommendation would be there for you. Thank you for sharing with us today.
Thank you. Yeah, someone has a question about, you might just want to speak about that, the branding. And that's,
Oh.
I mean, definitely including YL, I just don't put it right out there.
Somebody had a question for you. Yeah. So, I mean, the whole idea of branding yourself, you guys, is that people are going to say yes to Young Living because of you. They're joining you first. Then they fall in love with Young Living, and Young Living takes care of the rest in a lot of cases, right? But people aren't going to just join Young Living because just somebody on the internet's like, hey, join Young Living. There's like a million people doing that. So you put yourself out there in your unique way, and the conversations you are uniquely capable of starting will lead to Young Living members. They're your Young Living members. So for Krista, it's conversations about Montessori, right? It's conversations about, think about it for a minute, right? If we're creating order and structure and peace and decreasing things like anxiety and hyperactivity and things like that, aren't there oils that help with that? Isn't that a natural conversation to extend from what Krista's proposing on her site? So this is a great example, Krista. You're doing a good job of branding yourself so that you're starting a conversation that's specifically relevant to your person, who would then trust you enough to take your recommendation when you say, give your kid this product, right? Thank you for sharing today. All right, we have one more. Let's see. Arlene, are you here?
I did pop the link to that training you did a few weeks ago about the personal branding into the chat. If anyone wants to go deep on that, that's like a half-an-hour segment on that.
Mm-hmm. I don't think I see Arlene in here. Okay, well, wish we could have met you and looked at your website today. All right, the folder option is a great idea. We got a second on the, or a third on the wish list for foldering our content. Excellent. So Arlene, last call, would love to see you. I would open the floor up for one more, but I think we would wind up with 20. Okay. Brenda, you said it before I could finish my sentence. Brenda, I am going to allow you to talk. We're going to look over yours. Hi, would you please come out and speak? I'm going to look up your site really quick. And yeah. Hi.
Hello. Hi.
All right, tell me what you'd like feedback on.
Well, I don't, my website is really not working yet, I think. I'm not sure. I don't know what to ask, but can you please just look at it and tell me something about it?
Oh, okay. Just for the work that you've been doing?
Yes.
Okay, yeah,
I
absolutely.
haven't got any leads from that. I have just been using the site for emails.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
So this is one of our built-in themes. It's meant to, obviously you can use it. And then of course it is more than anything really intended to give you inspiration and an idea of what you can do with this and how you can modify what you see here to fit your own message so that, you know, your people will respond. So people will come to you and become your leads because they see that you have communicated that you have something that they really want, or you know how to do something, be something, get something, have something that you already know. They're coming to you for help, for advice, for mentorship, for guidance, for support. And so what we want to be really doing here is not just leaning on the frameworks that we've put in place, but to really tap into what we know we can help someone else do. And we give away that little piece of information on a page like this. And that's the thing that actually builds trust. Now, if you're using this as sort of the front door to a to one of our themes, then what you're doing here is you're using this as a prospecting tool, not as a lead generating tool, or as a presenting tool rather. So you meet somebody and you've been talking about money, right? You've been talking about business, getting them started in business. And so they're going to get a business presentation from you and you're going to use this as a tool. So if I put my name and information here, and I go through this landing page, this is going to take me to one of our built-in themes. So the way that you would use this, the way your site is set up right now, the best way to use this is from wherever you have leads. So this could be conversations you have with people. You set up an appointment for the phone where they can be in front of a computer, or for a Zoom call where they share their screen and they go through this process with you. You use this as a presentation tool. So, so in this case, what we're doing is we're taking someone who is already effectively a lead for you because they've made it to that page and because you've had a conversation with them, and now they're saying, yes, I want a presentation. And so you're going to instruct them to enter their name and information on the page like I just did, and then you're going to tell them to scroll through and give them, you know, instruct them, go ahead and read this, go ahead and hit play here. You know, I'll be here with you if you have any questions. Let's go ahead and review this information together, because by the time they've reached this point, they're already interested because you've already kind of had a pre-conversation. Now, there are ways that you can use our landing pages and other resources to get leads, but that's typically going to be tied to content like blog posts, social media, YouTube videos that is providing some kind of helpful information to prospective leads. Then when they arrive at your website, you maybe give them something away for free, a guide, a video, a training tutorial, what have you, or 28 to Elevate like we were just showing. And then of course, they become more open. They become nurtured is the word that we would use, nurtured as a lead, so that you can have that conversation. So this kind of goes back to something I was saying a little bit ago. In any instance in your business where you're using our system or any system or technology generally, what we're doing here is not trying to invent a new process. We're trying to create leverage for you by allowing technology to have a conversation in your place that you already have anyway, that you know how to have anyway. So if you know how to have a conversation about financial freedom, use that front page, right? And then lead them toward the next step through a conversation from there. If you know a lot about financial freedom, blog about it, and then give people the opportunity to get in touch with you. And then of course, use parts of our system to create more of that time freedom and leverage for you. It's not, There's nothing that anyone can really give you reliably, us included, that's pre-written and completely done, that is going to do the whole thing, right? It's going to accomplish a part of it. So in this case, it accomplishes grabbing someone's information, tagging them in your system as someone who's received a presentation. The dates and the notes are there. So now you know when to follow up with them because you know that they've seen this information. So that's what this one thing does that we're looking at here. Does that make sense?
Yes, I haven't actually. You'll probably notice everything there is from GetOiling from you guys.
Yeah.
I don't know how to change them or to customize them. When I was doing that, because I'm an accountant, so I have more expertise in financials, and second is because my essential oils I use my Young Living is just because my husband has got Parkinson's, so I'm more familiar of two. So I don't know. I think I'm kind of lost what to do with my website to make it attractive to people I don't know, because people that I know, they kind of know, but then the unknown people, so I don't think they stay in my site.
So let me ask you first, have you utilized any of our specialized training, like any of the courses that I've done, for instance, or any third-party courses like Martha Krejci's Go for Gold or anything like that?
Yes, I actually enrolled for Martha, and then have now the Platinum for Growth Workspace. I spent so much time in listening and reading, but I still can't transfer it into, I don't know, I don't know, maybe my brain is not going into that.
So
that's why I asked.
What I would recommend that you do, and this is because you have access to Go for Gold. There's a process that Go for Gold follows. It starts out with understanding who you serve and how you serve them, and then setting up a structure where you've got a way to serve, and then there's a funnel. I teach you how to make a funnel that offers a way to get people to become your leads, right? So
yeah,
if you follow through the entirety, and don't worry about being wrong. Don't be like, don't worry about being wrong or incorrect, or don't worry about it being unattractive or whatever. Complete each of the steps and Go for Gold, and do them in the order that they're there, because they're in that order because it's the best way to do them. It's literally the workflows that I use. And then what you're able to do is come back here and ask for help, right? If you want to make it better and you're stuck at not knowing how to make it better, or you want to make the message better, that's like, you can come here and get that live support.
Okay. Well, thank you so much. Thanks, Ashley.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'll do that.
And I don't know if you have access to, I don't know how long ago you got started with us, or if you took advantage of our Black Friday special, but the personal branding intensive that we're going to start after the new year gets into a good amount of sort of your messaging and understanding who you are and how you serve as well. I think a lot of people who get hung up on bat signal really get a lot of help from that. I don't know if that's something you are planning to attend or not, but that could be really helpful for you as well.
Okay. Yeah, I know. Yeah, it's funny because when you say that, because I actually stopped. I was doing the Go for Gold, but then I was stuck. I couldn't get back again. So thank you for reminding me. I have everything printed actually, but
wonderful. Wonderful. Yeah, it's a good thing to go back and review, even just to make sure that that you are sharing the way that you know you want to, you're coming across the way that you know you want to, and so on. So thank you for coming out. I'm excited that we were able to chat today.
Thank you.
All right, we'll see you on a future training.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, I cut you off. I didn't mean to do that. Thank Thank you for being here. All right, I think we had a couple more questions. Went a little long today. Thank you for waiting, and thank you for being here, everybody. All right, so Shay asks, I have the basic plan so far. I would like to have my personal blog, my Instagram post, Young Living's blog featured at the bottom of my site. Is that possible? Which plan do I need? Email today about reverting back to my name, domain. Okay, so definitely if there's domain questions, that's something you're gonna wanna send to support. In terms of like what you put at the bottom of your site, you can put anything at the bottom of your site. Having your own blog feed. Greg, can you have like multiple feeds feeding into your blog, like multiple RSS?
Just on the, but not multiples, but well, sort of. So the built-in website theme can have your blogs plus one other external source. The custom pages don't allow that right now. You can have your own blog on there, essentially.
Okay. Cool. So yeah, but you can link off to whatever you want, right? That's an easy thing to do. All right, when is the personal branding session? Looking for now, is it site logo? I'm not sure what the site logo question is, Carrie. We'll be sending an email out about the personal branding intensive here in the next couple of weeks. It'll be in the beginning of 2021, as well as for those of you who took advantage of Black Friday, there's going to be a how to move your groups off of Facebook course. Feverishly completing that right now on top of 30 other things. Yeah, so thank you again, you guys, for being here. Look forward to seeing you next week. Actually, no, via recording next week for the next 2 weeks, I guess. And we'll be live again in the new year.
Cool. Thanks, everybody.
Thanks, guys. See you next time. See you next
Bye.
year.